right, so just like I was saying, Stefon Diggs is outside digging again, according to sources and some receipts that we had received along with the entire internet, okay? And so over the weekend, apparently he had attended the Cowboy Carter concert, okay? And he was attending the concert with a few ladies, okay? And so one main lady happened to be a woman who was apparently out here running her mouth.
Y'all, something just exploded across the internet. And if even half of these claims are true, this could easily become one of the messiest celebrity scandals we've seen all year. Late last night, a podcast clip featuring Tasha K began spreading like wildfire across social media. Within hours, it was everywhere, flooding timelines, dominating conversations, and pulling viewers in with its intense, almost unsettling tone. The setup was simple: dim lighting, a tight camera angle, and a serious expression that immediately signaled something bigger was about to unfold. Then came the line that stopped people mid-scroll. "I didn't come here with rumors. I came with receipts." That single statement flipped the entire mood. It wasn't just gossip anymore. It felt like something deeper, something potentially explosive. And what she claimed next sent shockwaves through celebrity gossip circles. According to Tasha K., the polished, glamorous narrative the public believed about Stefon Diggs may have been hiding a completely different reality behind the scenes. One that, if true, involved secret messages, hidden interactions, and connections that never made it into the spotlight. And then she introduced the name that took the situation from intriguing to chaotic: Young Miami. Just mentioning her was enough to spark an immediate reaction online. Suddenly, what people thought was a straightforward celebrity storyline began to feel far more complicated. But according to Tasha K., that wasn't even the most shocking part. She went on to suggest that Diggs' private life may have been far more layered than anyone realized. Allegedly, insiders had been whispering about quiet meetups, hidden relationships, and private conversations that hinted at a completely different story unfolding behind the scenes. None of it had been publicly confirmed, but the idea alone was enough to ignite speculation across social media. As the clip continued to circulate, the narrative took an emotional turn. And that's where things really hit differently. Because according to these allegations, when Cardi B became aware of what might have been happening behind the scenes, the fallout wasn't just a simple breakup. It was something deeper, something more personal. It was heartbreak. It was betrayal. And if the claims hold any truth, it may have triggered a chain reaction that's still unfolding online right now. Fans began revisiting old posts, analyzing interactions, and questioning whether there were signs they had missed all along. What once looked like a glamorous connection now appeared, at least to some, like something far more complicated beneath the surface. But just when it seemed like the situation couldn't get more intense, another layer was added. Tasha K. claimed that she had seen direct message receipts, private conversations that could potentially reveal a side of the story the public was never meant to see. While she didn't fully present them in the clip, the mere suggestion that such evidence exists pushed the speculation into overdrive. Because in today's digital world, receipts change everything. They turn rumors into debates. They turn speculation into investigation. And they keep the internet watching closely for what might come next. Right now, that's exactly where things stand. The story is still developing, the claims remain unverified, and people are divided on what to believe. Some are skeptical, dismissing it as exaggerated gossip. Others are convinced there's more truth here than meets the eye. But one thing is certain, the conversation isn't slowing down. Because if those alleged messages ever fully surface, this situation could escalate even further. And what started as a viral podcast clip might evolve into a full-blown scandal that reshapes everything people thought they knew.
And that she is, even though she's single, Stefon Diggs is still hers, okay? And she actually put these in posts and stuff like that. And so in the pictures that you are about to see of Stefon Diggs and this woman, apparently she's on the private jet. It's her and her girlfriends. She was allegedly there for Stefon. There was no other dudes but security with Stefon. Apparently he doesn't travel with dudes during the day. He only travels with them at night. According to court documents.
The internet moves fast. One moment everything feels quiet, predictable, and under control. And the next, a single clip flips the entire timeline upside down. That's exactly what happened the night a segment from Tasha K's podcast began circulating online. At first glance, it didn't seem like anything out of the ordinary. The setup was simple: a tight camera angle, dim lighting, and a casual podcast atmosphere. It looked like just another celebrity gossip discussion. But something about the tone immediately felt different. There was a seriousness in her voice, a kind of intensity that made viewers pause and pay attention. Then she leaned forward, looked directly into the camera, and said the line that changed everything. "I'm not here to speculate. I'm here to show what people didn't want you to see." Within minutes, the clip started spreading across platforms like wildfire. YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok were flooded with reposts. People weren't just watching, they were analyzing, pausing frame by frame, replaying certain moments, trying to decode exactly what she meant and where the conversation was heading. And then came the name that instantly grabbed attention: Stefon Diggs. That's when curiosity turned into full-blown intrigue. For months, the internet had been closely following Diggs' rumored connection with Cardi B. From public appearances to subtle social media interactions, fans believed they were witnessing the rise of another high-profile celebrity relationship. It had all the elements people expect: fame, chemistry, and constant attention from the public eye. But according to the claims made in the podcast, that public narrative might have only been one side of the story. Tasha K suggested that behind the polished images and viral headlines, there may have been an entirely different storyline unfolding quietly in the background. A version of events that never made it to the spotlight, but may have been just as significant. And that's W. As the discussion continued, Tasha K claimed that sources had been quietly talking about interactions between Diggs and Young Miami. Messages, conversations, and moments that hinted at a deeper connection. According to her, this wasn't something that happened overnight. She implied it had been developing behind the scenes over time, away from public attention. Then came the detail that truly sent social media into chaos. Tasha K referenced what she described as private DMs and insider conversations. According to her claims, these messages suggested that Diggs and Young Miami had been communicating in ways the public didn't know about. While she didn't reveal everything on screen, the mere suggestion that such receipts might exist was enough to spark massive speculation. And that's all it took. Within hours, the internet exploded. Fans began digging through everything they could find: old photos, past interviews, social media interactions, and even moments where the two celebrities may have crossed paths. Online threads started popping up everywhere, with users trying to connect dots, build timelines, and piece together a narrative that may or may not have been real. Some people were quick to dismiss the claims, calling them exaggerated or purely speculative. Others weren't so sure. They believed there could be more truth to the situation than initially meets the eye. As the conversation grew louder, more voices joined in, each adding their own theories and interpretations. The story continued to evolve in real time, fueled by curiosity, skepticism, and the constant demand for more information. At this point, nothing has been confirmed. The claims remain allegations, and the full context is still unclear. But that hasn't stopped the internet from doing what it does best: analyzing, debating, and watching closely for what might come next. Because in a situation like this, one thing is certain: all it takes is one clip to start a conversation, but it's the possible.
Him, I guess, allegedly making a pass at you.
Right.
Like, how did that go?
We used to do dumb things like when we went to the strip club, we would take the jelly beans, swap the bag out. We put them in the Skittles. He's offering me candy. I'm really thinking it's on something like, man, you trying to play with me? Nah, I don't want to do that, because we've done it before. But now it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Man, give me a piece. So he gives me a piece of the candy. And what happened to me after that was not what would have occurred if I ate Hershey's, I'll tell you that.
What do you think it was?
I mean, from the side effects of what I felt, I would say maybe in the realm of like ecstasy infused.
So you were aroused?
I was definitely stimulated in ways that I'd never been stimulated before. My skin was sensitive to the touch. My eyes are blue. My pupils were so big, my eyes looked black. And I really couldn't explain why I felt that way. My sex drive was through the roof. And I'm trying to really pinpoint, what did I do? Shortly thereafter, we ended up in the car, 2-seater Porsche, just us. And I say that to say it's not a lot of space. He's talking to me about all the girls that he got in the house. Now, mind you, I was just at the house earlier, so it is a boatload of girls at the house. It's Spanish.
But he only left with you.
He left with me, but at the house, it might be 20 girls.
And you said they were all Spanish?
Spanish girls that barely even spoke English. I don't know if he's shipping them in, shipping them out. I don't know. I can't stand. I don't know. So he pulls his thing out and just starts doing his thing. And as he's doing his thing, I'm like, yo, bro, settle down. Like, what the fuck? You that horny? Like, you can't get yourself together till you get in the house? And as he's touching on himself and feeling on himself and like talking through what he's about to do when he walk in the house and how pretty much basically saying how horny and sexually stimulated he is in like street lingo. Pulls his man out, starts to play with himself, and I'm telling him, yo, bro, keep your composure. I'm trying to laugh it off because I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why you put that up? Like, what are you doing? And he reach over to me like, man, come on. And he got his thing in his hand. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? And he's trying to like laugh, and I put that shit up. And he put it up. We get out the car. As we're walking, it's very uncomfortable to talk about. As we're walking toward the door, he put his arm around me and he said, man, come to my room. And he put his, put his tongue in my ear, like doing some weird shit. Walk into the house, spiral staircase leads directly to his bedroom. He goes up the staircase, I make a right. It's a very long hallway. I speed walk down this hallway, damn near run down this hallway, but not like I'm running for my life. I'm trying to keep things low. I go to the bathroom, I'm trying to process my way out. How the fuck do I get out of here? Clearly this is an overstepping boundary. I've never seen him in this light before, but I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, man, you just gonna have to go out here and fight your way out if you have to.
But the drama didn't stop there. Just when viewers thought the conversation had already reached its peak, Tasha K introduced another claim that pushed everything into even more controversial territory. Halfway through the discussion, she suggested that whispers about Stefon Diggs' private life had been circulating long before this moment. According to her, what the public had seen so far might only scratch the surface. She hinted that behind the scenes, there had been ongoing talk, quiet conversations among insiders, that painted a far more complicated picture than fans were aware of. Then came the part that truly caught people off guard. Tasha K alleged that Diggs' name had previously been linked to other unexpected figures in the industry. Among those she mentioned were Jeffree Star and Christopher Griffin. Now, she was careful with her wording, framing these as claims she had heard from sources rather than confirmed facts. But even with that disclaimer, the impact was immediate. Because in the world of online gossip, a suggestion like that doesn't stay quiet for long. Within moments, the narrative surrounding Diggs began to shift. What initially seemed like a possible love triangle was suddenly being viewed as something much bigger. According to the implications of the podcast, this wasn't just about one connection or one situation. It could be about a private life that involved multiple layers, relationships, and interactions that had never been made public. And that's when the emotional side of the story really started to take shape. As speculation spread across social media, one name kept appearing over and over again in comment sections, reaction videos, and discussion threads. Cardi B. According to what Tasha K claimed, Cardi B may not have been completely unaware of the situation. She suggested that certain rumors about Diggs had allegedly reached Cardi before, whispers about his lifestyle and private dealings that had been circulating quietly in the background. But if the alleged involvement of Young Miami is true, that may have been the moment everything changed. Because it wasn't just about rumors anymore, it became personal. If these claims hold any truth, it could mean that the glamorous relationship the public thought they were watching unfold had actually been under pressure for much longer than anyone realized. What appeared to be a polished, picture-perfect connection may have been dealing with tension behind the scenes, hidden from the public eye. As the clip continued to spread, one question echoed across thousands of comments. Was this just another exaggerated internet rumor? Or was this the beginning of something much bigger? Because Tasha K left viewers with one final statement that only deepened the mystery. She hinted that the so-called receipts she mentioned hadn't even been fully revealed yet. And that detail is what has everyone watching closely. Because if more evidence does come out, it could completely reshape the story people thought they understood. and turn an already viral moment into something even more explosive.